As we traveled through northern Vietnam, there was one thing that everyone talked about, and that was the Giang Loop, a 4-day motorcycle trip to the mountains. So we knew we had to do it. So we rented a couple bikes, only 40 bucks per bike, and we geared up. I chose to get an Easy Rider, a local guide that takes you through the mountains. At times, the ride was incredibly scary because other bikers and cars would pass at ridiculous speeds. Also, we had to pass slow cars and avoid the possibility of oncoming traffic. For our first major destination, we had to steer off the main road. But after a while of sketchy driving, we came across a totally secluded Vietnamese village.
Hello. Colton. Woo. Wow. Hello.
No. 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 No.
No. Ah! Oh.
Then just as the rain started pouring down, we checked out a cave. Along with the Easy Rider purchase, I got all expenses paid for. But for my brother and friends, it was only about $1 to see the cave.
Those are the goats. There. Oh, there they are.
Back on the road, we had our first surreal experience of the trip. We found ourselves engulfed in a passing cloud.
Super foggy. You can barely see like 20 feet in front of you. And we're on a really steep mountain. Look at that. Watch the motorcycle disappear.
As we ended our first day on the road, we got a hostel in a pretty mountain town. Little did we know that these Vietnamese people knew how to party.
Oh, dude, I didn't get it. Hold up. Yeah, literally yesterday. No. Yesterday? You gotta take another.
Just a city boy, born and raised in Savage.
The next day started off rough. It was raining hard for the first hour of our drive. It's important to remember some sort of rain protection on a trip like this, because I was left out to soak. Luckily, the day quickly turned around as the rain stopped and we came across a group of kids.
Nó mặn là kém rồi chứ không có mặn kém cả.
Then we found the mountain markets. It was amazing to see the large group of people wandering the streets and sitting at their own stands. The next stop was the ancient city, and it is vital to note that at this point I had a low of the trip. I was badly sunburnt, exhausted, and starving. Everyone should know that this trip is not for the faint of heart. It is important to wear sunscreen or protective clothing, and if you have hunger issues like me, then you should always carry snacks with you. By far, the coolest aspect of the trip was simply the amazing roadside views. We would park our bikes on the side of the road and enjoy the unbelievable beauty of the Vietnamese mountains. One mountain range was especially beautiful because of the way it made Giang seem never-ending. We saw mountain peaks from miles away, but 100 yards in front of us, we saw the unreal. The side of a mountain intricately carved to form endless rice fields. The work that man put into sculpting the surface of those mountains is unimaginable, but the resulting beauty is almost impossible to describe. I know for sure that my camera just doesn't do it justice.
I think this is like the 5th religious experience I've had so far.
This is the coolest view I've ever seen in my life.
That was only the first half of the trip, but before I bring the video to a close, I just wanted to praise my Easy Rider a bit. She was an extremely kind and funny lady. She barely spoke any English, but that didn't stop her from having a good time with us and making sure that we had an incredible experience. The trip definitely wouldn't have been the same without her.
1, 2, 3.